Finally, it's 4:20 somewhere, and right now that somewhere is right here on The Cannabis Show. So hello and welcome. I am your producer, Vince, and over here is your host, Ricardo Baca.
Producer Vince, thank you so much, man, and thanks to everybody watching us at home at thecannabis.co, listening to the podcast. You know, I have a pro tip for those looking to subscribe to the podcast.
Crazy, and there's so much going on that we should just probably go through it all, you know, bullet point, list style, right?
I like it, Vince. I like it.
All right, dude, then I'll feed you the states and you tell us the news that we need to know. And let's start with Oregon.
Oh man, Oils and lotions work, you know, especially for such a wide variety of issues.
So my understanding of it, which is limited because there hasn't been enough studies yet,
Sure.
and I can't wait. And I was like, heavenly hash bath. Let's mix that up with like really nice herbs. We put lavender in there and chamomile, peppermint, Dead Sea salts and Epsom salts. And all of those herbs and the salts really work very nicely with the cannabis too.
Because we've already been there and we have gone through those growing pains. That'll be interesting to see.
I think a lot of the regulations make sense that Colorado imparted. So I'd say for Oregon businesses, be prepared for lots of warnings on your labels and child-proof containers and all of that.
Taylor, what's your advice to Oregon?
If you'll indulge me in two pieces of advice.
Please.
I would start, first of all, with advice for the people who are designing the regulations in Oregon. And to a certain extent, they're already starting to follow this piece of advice. One thing that I think Colorado did a really good job of was bringing industry people to the table throughout that process.
Afraid to get in, I be going for the jackpot with ace in my hand, mum raw.
This new initiative is way more liberal and far-reaching than the Cannabis Club plan. It would actually allow existing bars, clubs, venues, coffee shops, and other spaces to designate areas as 21 and older and 420 friendly, with vaping inside and smoking outside and out of public view.
And these activists want to get this initiative on this November's ballot.
He's a law professor at the University of Denver's Sturm College of Law, and it's my pleasure to welcome Sam Kamen to The Cannabis Show. Sam, how's it going? All right.
In a way that's consistent with the law, consistent with what people voted for, but that's done in a well-regulated, sensible way.
In a way, this is almost a representation of how incomplete many of these legalization laws are. It's time for the weekly pot quiz. This is kind of a surprise to Sam. He didn't see this coming.
All right.
Every week, we close the show with a pot quiz. We're starting the 4-question quiz to get in, get out. We're keeping scores, and if Rye answers incorrectly, Sam, you have the opportunity to steal the point. I'm Ricardo Baca, that is producer Vince, and Dane and Katie and the rest of the crew. Have a great day, everyone, and we will see you next week.
With ace in my hand, mum raw.